Hello, Internet, and welcome back to Dragons and Dragons, Dragons Reborn, Chapter 1, Book of Dragons. So last time, we all met up in the city, and there were dragons. The city is now on fire.
No, I think it's long past that. I think it was on fire. It's no longer on fire.
It's a little bit on fire, because
it might be on acid.
I'm pretty sure I've said it.
Different kinds of fire and or...
It's on lightning.
It's on death.
Yep, it's death.
It's on 4 different elements. None of them are good.
The castle fell over a little bit.
Yeah,
they certainly didn't put it on ice.
Princess got taken away, possibly eaten.
Thomas' goats died.
Maybe. That's
definitely.
yet to be confirmed.
No, it's confirmed.
It's canon.
It's canon. It's canon.
Now it cuts to a picture of an orc standing in a broken down city, walking around, and there's a huge PlayStation X icon there. Press X to Ken.
See, I was wondering where the fuck that was going.
Yay.
But all right, we left the city after being told by some omnipotent being or some shit, some disjointed voice that we must find.
We already categorized it as DMX Machina.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
DMX
right.
Machina.
Yeah, as in instead of Deus Ex, it's DMX because the DM did it.
Yeah.
DMX
I
Machina.
see. Not DMX the rapper.
I like it.
No.
No.
Although he should. Although if this quest is so mighty, it will be made into a movie, and he will be the narrator.
Yeah, sounds strong. So yeah, we've got to find the Book of Dragons to stop Goramoth, the evil, probably a dragon.
Probably a dragon.
Yep, we went to see Wilfred Izzard, the court wizard.
We did.
No, Wilfred Izzard.
Yeah, it's Wilfred Izzard.
You said Wilfred.
At this point, I want to point out, by the way, just as a quick interruption, I want to point out that I'm less encouraged to give names to some characters now, literally, like, unimportant characters, literally just because we come up with some great names together. Like, I'm enjoying that a lot.
Welcome.
So.
And Wilfred Izzard told us to find his friend Gilligan Talene, who knows shit about dragons. And
He's
lives
in a manor nearby, right?
Yeah, mansion.
On the other side of the woods.
Yep.
Oh, is it on the other side?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I also none of you guys know my real name still because I introduced myself using my false ID.
Yeah. I believe it was
something Stormwind.
I have it here. Lord Ander Stormwind.
Ander Stormwind. Lord Ander Stormwind.
Accurate Stormwind, yeah.
And or Stormwind. How do you become a lord and or a city? That's a very good question.
I'm gonna be honest. I literally picked the false ID by randomly selecting from the book, and in human surname Stormwind is literally one of them.
Damn. Just so happens the World of Warcraft was like, I'll take it.
It's not a horrifically original name, is it?
It's not, but it's a fake ID, so who cares?
Yeah.
Wants to be believable.
Orgrimmar is an original name. Because it's
Orgrimmar. We don't even know your last name. I mean, the Persistent. I don't know. Is that your last name?
It's a title more than a name.
It's a title.
So you just name it.
My last name is of non-importance because I do not know where my homeland is.
It doesn't have one.
I forgot.
I do. Just don't know where it is.
I don't.
What's your name again?
That's a good question.
Skamish.
Skamish. That's the one.
Skamish.
Yeah.
That's the one.
Tieflings don't have surnames.
Skamish.
And then we have Dismas of the Wolf Pack.
Dismas of the Wolf Pack.
Slayer of the Renegade Wolf.
Got
one of my many titles.
Yeah.
Who is what's your first name? Begins with an O.
Oikek.
Oikek.
Okay.
Oikek, the persistent.
Right. Yes.
Do you remember my character's actual name?
Yes. I do.
I have it right here.
I know you
I
do.
do remember.
You say while you're looking it up.
I would never do such a thing. I would never have to do that because I remember these things. Hurry up,
Names.
load. Come on. Loof.
There you go.
Yeah.
Good job.
Did it?
I just had to rack my brain a bit.
Varek,
Of
you
course.
mean flick through those documents?
It wasn't even that. I haven't even written it down. I had to open Thomas's stream.
Wow.
Did it? Did it?
So much effort to not have
proof.
effort.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to go out of your way to
Yeah.
act smart,
You
even
gotta
though
go
it was
all
blatantly
the way.
obvious you didn't know.
All the way.
All right, Mr. DM, let's just take it away.
Yeah. You have been resting in the camp, in the refugee camp in the destroyed village of Marshville.
Yeah, and specifically as well, I was asleep in Thomas's tent because he put his tent up and then wandered off. So I was just like,
Yeah.
free tent.
You all
Yep.
slept though, so you are all
Nicely rested and
yeah, you're all rested.
dandy.
Sick. I'll go back up. I'll go from my 8 hit points up to my 8 hit points.
Cool.
Cool.
Good work.
Amazing.
Me too.
High five.
I went from 15 to 8 hit points because everyone's going with 8 hit points. I
Staying 15.
I woke up, there was a pitchfork in my liver. I did not know what to do.
Pulled
Sounds
it
less
out,
than ideal.
bled out some more.
It is suboptimal.
This is what happens when you rifle through people's houses.
No, this
Which,
is what
which
happens.
was actually quite fruitful.
You found a magical teapot of fire resistance.
Yeah.
Not a teapot, a kettle.
Kettle. Very
Same
important.
thing.
No, we came up with situations where it could be useful. We're just long awaiting that lava bucket puzzle. We've got it. We got that in the bag when that happens.
I take the kettle, I pour some lava into it, my hand burns off. The kettle.
Just gotta use spells. Just gotta use some mage hand. Don't have mage hand.
Do we have a mage?
I feel like a kettle full of molten lava might be heavier than 5 pounds.
Only a little bit of lava.
Only a
Fine.
little bit at a time.
I just thought of something.
Got no time restrictions, right?
Yeah.
I just thought of
The
something.
ceiling is coming down. It's covered in spikes.
Mm.
It's not a kettle, is it? It's a cauldron. Like I'm thinking like a big like container. Like
Oh.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
You said
Slightly
kettle like it's like a little thing.
A little
yeah.
spout.
That's not even close. It's a cauldron.
A
Of course.
What
cauldron.
the fucking
It's so
cauldron?
much bigger now.
That's like
Yes.
significantly bigger.
Yeah.
It's like
That's what I meant.
That's like-
a bird.
Question:
Trinket.
how is he going to carry that around?
He has no goats anymore.
Well, that's up to him.
I
It's
fucked.
quite heavy.
He's going to become a half orc, half turtle now. He's going to wear cauldron on his
Well,
back.
I mean, that was what I was
It's great.
originally gonna say, but then I was like,
you're
kettle.
going for the whole turtle look.
It would
Turtle
be a
barbarian.
great idea if it
All right.
wouldn't ruin the structural integrity of the cauldron.
Our kettle is suddenly much larger. We can make a lot more tea in it at once now.
There's no way we're carrying lava in it, though.
Well, then that's the thing.
No, it's going to be tough.
It actually became more useless.
Yes.
Yeah, but that's what I read. Like now that you're actually talking about it, I was like, wait, I didn't actually mean it to be that small.
He wanted it to
It was
be utterly useless, not just mostly useless.
Yeah, Ronith, thanks for the cauldron and all, but you killed goats and
Eat it.
a mule.
You looted a burned down building. You're
After
getting
I
there.
had lost
Your adventure
everything.
has just started, Oikek. Persistent.
Be more
Did I just say-
persistent. Stop.
did I
I'm
just
being
say-
persistent about the goat.
Yeah, but you're
true.
also very persistent. You need to be persistent
He's
about the
very
adventure as well.
persistent about the fucking goats, isn't he? Jeez.
Anyways.
All right.
You guys have woken up. The sun is rising. It's early in the morning.
I shall gather my complete
Oh,
for you.
we should probably mark down a ration.
Oh, yeah, you're right. We should
I
actually do that.
wiped some mud off my face.
Where are my rations?
Where are my rations? I've got 4 days
What?
left.
Apparently, I only had 2 days of rations. This seems like
That doesn't seem right.
lack of preparation.
I can't mark down a ration. Adobe Reader's crashing.
Yeah, mine too. This is strange.
Ah, Ah, my
Watch it.
Adobe Reader is crashing, eh?
Rations.
My entire computer is now frozen.
Good job.
Wow.
Your webcam
You
hasn't,
have not
so
frozen, no?
it's fine.
This has gone well. Oh, there we go.
I got 4 days of rations left.
9 days of rations left.
So yeah,
I'm gonna check this.
My pack has 10 days of rations, so I'm good.
Fuck you.
in the like since when the sun comes up, like I like crawl out of Oikek's tent, all fully dressed and stuff, and stretch and look around, see what's going on in the camp.
You see me huddling towards my tent from the town square where I slept in the mud. I'm covered in mud.
I was gonna say you just haven't slept.
I shall, yeah.
I
Gavin.
look at Luth and I'm like, "You done with the tent?"
I think about it, like obviously, it's like yeah.
I start packing it up.
My pack only had 2 days of rations in.
Wow,
Wow.
that's you
Get
might
wrecked.
need to buy some rations.
Well, I'm gonna go see if I can find some rations. It's gonna be tough because
From all these starving people. Hey, you got any food?
starving. There.
Hey mate, got some food?
There's probably
Hey, mate, I fight you for the food.
Is there
Hey,
like
bro.
you said that you know there was like fires in the camp before, like big bonfires where people were
Yeah.
gathered around. Are any of them still lit / like smoldering like ashes and stuff?
Sorry?
You know how you said there were like big bonfires and people were camped around them?
Yeah.
Yeah, are there any of those still like lit or like dying down or?
There's the big one is like it has like a very tiny
Okay, I walk up to
tiny
that.
sliver.
I walk up to that and light my pipe from it.
God damn.
It only has like some glowing.
I like pick up like there's probably like a twig with like a bit still like on fire. I like pick that up and just like
Sure.
let's
Take 1 point of damage. Smoking kills.
All right. So you eat, right? Or what did
Oh,
you do?
no.
We
The
marked-
rations?
we marked on one thing for rations from like I assume yesterday.
Nom nom.
Now there's not much
Onwards.
happening in the camp. Like people are still doing the same thing. It's a bit misty. Like it's a bit of a fog rolling over, but it's not that. Like you can
Is
see
it
just
cold?
fine. It's a bit chilly.
here's a
I
question.
pull my scarf tighter.
Would anyone be willing to exchange
No.
food in exchange for fresh water?
Right, if you were gonna say money, I would say yes. No, not fresh water. I have that.
Not you, like people about.
No. What do you mean? Are you trading?
Greg suddenly realized that he only has 2 rations and he's just used one.
He's got a shitload of water.
I can create water.
So yeah, a shitload of water.
I cannot create food. Till
No, you cannot.
that's unfortunate.
You're not good. You need to be a mage. If you're a mage, you can do both.
Is this? This isn't a cult ritual though. Anyway, I don't want to spend my spell slots on creating water. That. All right, fine. What about food in exchange for money?
Yes, you can do that.
Are they
Really
going
know I don't really know the price.
let
of-
me find the price of food
It's
and then
like- it's
pay
some-
double?
Probably not very expensive.
Yeah, it's like 5 silver a ration. I'm pretty sure for
It's
a
not
day's
even
ration.
that much, I don't think. Let's find out. Let's find it.
What's the exchange from all? It's like copper coin, silver
It's
coin.
always 10. It's 10 copper is 1 silver. 10 silver is 1 gold. 10 gold is 1 platinum. Oh no, wait, no. Gold, platinum's the difference. It's 100 gold, isn't it?
No, it is
Is
10.
it still 10? Okay.
But there's
Electrum is weird.
Yeah, but no one uses
Electrum is
Electrum because
5
it's
silver.
dumb.
We'll just go up to platinum. It's
No,
fine.
no. Electrum is half of a gold piece. It's 5 silver.
it's a 50p coin.
Yes, like
Yeah, fuck that.
it's dumb. I don't understand why it needs to be.
But it has a thing.
You'll get randomly given it. On
Which then I will
occasion.
immediately convert it into gold and or gold silver.
Yeah, but then your weights are all off. And you might be carrying less than you
No
should.
one tracks weight of money unless you're literally courting a dragon's hoard.
I know. There are a lot of times where we've received like 20,000 copper pieces without a bag of holding. It's a pain in the ass.
I'm going to purchase 5 days of rations, and I'm going to pay double because it's going to be in short supply here.
What are they, out of interest?
They are 5 silver each.
I was right.
Yeah, you were. They're quite expensive,
Yeah,
apparently.
they are.
You buying a couple of rations?
I have bought 5 lots of rations.
Okay.
And I spent a gold.
These rations are like...
I noticed that.
They must be like luxury rations.
I noticed the cleric is buying rations and stuff, and the people.
It's like 3 meals because it's a day's worth of rations, isn't it? It's not like a meal worth.
I got to speak to our ranger.
Still, 3 meals is 5 silver, and how much do people earn in general? Like
the economy isn't nearly as fucked as it is in fourth. Fourth economy was just fucking dumb. It makes sense
gold
in
and
this.
nothing else.
And
people didn't earn gold.
Rations are 10 gold. People earn 2 copper a day.
And they die.
All right.
Yeah. So I got to speak to our ranger. It's like, do you know the mansion they were speaking of yesterday?
Yes.
How long?
It's on the other side of the forest. It is. Ronith, how far away is it?
That's exactly what I was going to ask.
how a day of travel.
I know this fact, but
According to my map I've drawn, it's about a day's travel.
Is it quick?
It's a minute's travel away. Let's go.
it's literally right there.
Because I told Ronith to tell me if there was any problems with the map I've drawn, and he didn't. So
I have made my own map, but it's not a map. It's more like just an illustration so that I can explain stuff more better.
So
I see how it is, Ronith. That's fine.
how far away is the mansion?
About a day's travel, I guess.
Yeah, a little bit less than that, but yeah.
Is that straight through the
About
forest?
a day's travel.
It's around the edge.
Right, so we're going around the edge.
Or we could cut right through.
We'd save some time going through, but also it's more dangerous. The classic RPG line.
It's not more dangerous. These are my woods.
But also it's like not enough longer.
Let's just go around. It's a day. It's less than a day around.
It's not like 6 days around or 4 days through. It's like a day around or like 10 hours through. It's not significantly different. Because it's not that far.
But when we get there 2 hours too late, you'll be sorry.
What exactly? As someone who has always spent a lot of time in the woods, what exactly is in there? I'm a newcomer to this region.
Wolves.
A fuck ton of them.
What else is in these woods, Ron?
I was just waiting if you want to come up with something.
Magical beasts, isn't it?
No, don't give Pip that part. He's like, there's wolves,
No.
but they're nothing compared to the trolls.
They're nothing compared to all the greater demons.
The trolls are pretty bad, but it gets really bad when the Eldrazi arrive.
Yeah. There's mostly just normal animals, but like
Spiders and wolves and bears.
Yeah, but
my.
it's said to be like a spiritual forest, like the forest. Some trees might live, and stuff like that.
It's a
Unicorn.
mystical place.
Some of the
It is a
tree
mystical
lives, there's
place,
a
but
terrestrial,
But it's very few times someone has ever seen something weird in another place.
At this point, I put my tent into the kettle and I walk up to the rest of the group.
You actually take the kettle. How
Cauldron.
how much
kettle,
will it
but-
actually weigh?
I don't know. You'll have to find that out.
Let me find that out for you.
Quite heavy.
How much
I
does
don't have. Where do you keep track of
Cauldron.
weight at all?
weigh? How much does a cauldron weigh?
It doesn't say.
What is encumbrance in this version?
I don't fucking see it at all.
It's a good point.
Encumbrance. Carrying?
I mean, Ken could carry 420 pounds. But Kank!
Is a mule.
Your carrying capacity is your strength score multiplied by 15.
Why by 15? That's just awkward. I mean,
Because-
luckily I have 10, so
10,
mine's pretty
so it's real easy.
150.
Mine's higher than that.
Wait, how
How much
much?
strength do you have, Thomas?
18 strength.
18 times 15. You can carry 270.
I can carry 225. I'm buff.
How much does cauldron weigh? What would be a sensible way?
I bet you could Google it. Or I bet like D&D already has a cauldron that weighs
It's
an
not
amount.
there.
Alright, we'll Google it. I bet
Cauldron.
you. I bet you.
3.5 equipment. Let's look at this.
I was gonna say, I bet if you open 3.5, there's a fucking cauldron somewhere.
Okay, Ronith, what is it? Is it...
25 lb. Which was that?
That's pounds.
25 pounds.
That's... Oh, it's pure steel?
Depends what kind of
That's fine.
size you're looking here, because
It's
That's a small
iron,
one.
so
The cauldron-
this cauldron here on the internet weighs 176 pounds. That's heavy. That's a heavy cauldron.
and what the hell is lb?
pounds.
That's pounds. That's heavy.
You know
170. That's quite a difference, you know.
Yeah, because
Oh yeah. No, this is a massive cauldron.
Cauldrons
This is a
can be different sizes. You know, you can have.
This
a
is
cauldron-
a
Yeah, 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 but
25
I'm
inch.
just
by
thinking like it's,
27.
know,
Cauldron
like-
is a standardized size.
Wizard books
I'm
have
just,
taught me this.
I'm just looking for a cauldron that is under the fire of
When
the
someone,
stove.
Ronith,
someone asks
are you
how much
thinking-
weight is,
Like a witch's cauldron, like the big thing you stick on a fire and you
No,
stir
no.
with a massive stick.
Maybe like medium.
Or are you
size.
thinking like one this size,
Yeah.
like a
Yeah.
pop?
Okay, that's 25 pounds. Then.
That's about 25 pounds. It's going to be about 25 pounds.
Then 25 pounds.
Then he can't. He can't start a turtle cosplay then because that's far smaller than what I was thinking.
It's a lot small. Yeah, it's no witch's cauldron.
It keeps changing size drastically, doesn't it?
It's my bad.
That's actually its magical power. It's not resistant to fire. It just changes size all the time.
To be most inconvenient.
I throw it at a dragon, it increases, just go.
No,
like,
No, it would
To
shrink.
be most inconvenient, it would shrink when you throw it at a dragon, so it just goes. Boink.
Inconvenient
if you threw a
to
big
who?
one at a dragon as
You.
well,
You.
it'd probably just go dink.
Thomas, at this point, I'm just gonna make it. I'm just gonna make it talk.
While you're
Just
trying to
hello.
throw this massive
Hello,
cauldron,
I'm
it's
a
like
cauldron.
huge, and you
I'm
and then you
I'm
toss
Coley
it.
the cauldron.
It's like the cauldrons from Banjo-Kazooie.
Guys,
This
my
guy's
cauldron's talking. I don't know what to do.
No, it's not. You're mad.
All right, let's.
Back on track.
Yeah,
The decisions are yours.
Got a hard day's trek ahead of us. Through the woods.
around the woods.
Whatever.
Yeah, pretty sure we're going around the woods.
Going around the woods.
All right, this way, compatriots. Probably. Which way is it, guide?
You said as soon as the cleric says this way, I just look at the ranger and just go, I think he should lead.
It was east.
I know vaguely which way it is. It's back towards the
do
city.
you?
Yeah, it's back towards the city.
Is it? I thought it was.
Oh.
No,
Sort
the
of.
city was west.
Not quite.
On my map, it is.
Yeah, on your map it is.
Your map
Not
that
on
isn't
my
canon
map.
in any way.
Well, the issue is I drew a map, and Ronith told me it wasn't. Didn't tell me it was inaccurate.
He probably thought it was so bad he didn't need to tell you.
Whatever. I've already drawn my own map. So whatever.
You should allow us to see this map so we know where shit
Yeah,
is.
Shit map.
that sounds like potential spoilers.
Seems like the
on-
sort of thing you should put in the resource pack. Just
True.
saying.
It's a shit map, anyways. Whatever.
You
Just
should have
go.
provided me with it so I could make a better one, like I
Oh my
said.
god, Greg, stop being whiny.
Never!
Let's just go.
Stop whining.
All right.
Onwards
Go.
to whichever
Go
direction
towards
it
the
is.
forest.
To this
In
direction.
whatever way that you.
Around the forest.
Through the forest.
We've got to go towards the forest to go around it.
Gotta go towards the forest to go through it.
Once you get to the forest,
How long does it take
You
us?
it's just like how not very
Like half an
long
hour.
actually. Most
It's
of
really
the
not that far.
most of the walk is actually like was covered when you went to Marshville. So here from Marshville to the forest, it's actually not that long of a walk.
Well,
And
sorry, go on. No, sorry, go on.
When you actually get there, you can see that, like, to the left, you can see the forest is being quite preserved, and to the right, you can see the forest kind of dwindling off into
Single tear from crib.
into like burned down forests and like just kind of a wasteland, look gray.
Like, does
Trees have fallen.
Does
Looks
this look
sad.
recent?
Well, I mean, you don't know.
But is it like you said, like burnt
I mean,
down
I'd
trees? Like,
notice if this was recent.
Like it's not that like there's no more fire or there's no smoke.
Has this happened since I left, before I went to the city?
Yes.
So it's pretty
recent.
It's very recent.
Yes.
That's the definition of...
Yeah, but Josh doesn't know that.
But I do. And
Yeah.
then still tin.
Well, as you do that, I like started as just like, I guess the dragons hid here too. I'm just assuming. Looks like dragons hide.
So technically, going around the forest means that you can now go through the like the completely
Which
like,
way is it
deforest.
burnt though?
What?
Which way is it burnt though? South or north?
South.
Because the guy's on the north side.
What?
He's on the north side of the forest, this guy.
No, he's not. He's on the east side of the forest. He's on the other side of the forest.
God, everything's so confusing. I'm so confused.
I don't think you know your way, cleric.
Look, I
It's
just
just
like,
follow me.
luckily we have this ranger who seems to actually know his way.
Follow me.
Of all this information that I've just made up.
I head off into the forest.
Stop fucking like as you start walking towards the forest. I like put my hand on your shoulder. I'm like around.
Right. Around the inside.
Alright,
It's
so
like
where do you go?
burnt
Do you go around the
down.
previous forest, or do you go around the actual forest that is left?
I would vote we don't go through the burnt area. That just doesn't seem like a good idea.
The best idea. Dragons don't hit the same place twice.
They're not lightning!
Well, some of them are.
True. The blue one won't be back. So that's 1 out of 3 dragons. This
All right, that's one down. Maybe we can take them now.
Can we carry on?
If the blue one's not
One out of
coming
3
back, I'm
dragons.
fine then. I was
dragon
caught by the
disappeared
blue
then.
one.
the blue
There's
one's the
only
one.
4 dragons.
I just vote we go around the forest.
Cleric, you should have had more rest.
What? I said...
You said 1 out of 3 dragons.
I meant 1 out of 4. I meant there was 3 left. That's what I meant.
Precisely. More rest.
So much rest.
For a guy who worships the god of, like, knowledge,
You're an idiot.
you know,
Doesn't tell
you
me
know
everything.
nothing.
He doesn't tell me everything.
Well,
He's busy.
it's really
He's
hard for cranes to
busy
speak.
telling
They have no mouth.
Right. So do you go
No, we'll
outside?
go around the
like
I'll
You
lead
go
you
around?
to the edge of the forest.
you go around.
While we're walking, I'm like, I have like, sort of like while we're walking out of there, I have my like flick knife out, and I'm just kind of, idly like.
Okay.
I'm jingling noisily with every step. Because that's just how I do.
You wave your center around.
No, but it's on my belt and it's just
It's got a
jangling.
bell on it.
It's got a bell on it. And I'm wearing scale mail, so every time I take a step, I should shrink.
It just reminds me of the fucking Order of the State comic where it's like, it's all it is just the same panel of them walking, like, and they're all quiet apart from Durkin, who's like in full armor. It's like clunk, 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 and you just hear people ahead just like, oh shit, adventures are coming. Better break the loot. Quick, throw that loot out of the window.
Very much. That's me. I'm even a cleric. It's like the same. Only I'm not a dwarf.
No, you're a tiefling.
Tiefling. Alright.
I'm walking with them, slightly sorrowful, not very talkative.
As you're going outside of the outside in the outskirts of the forest, you can skirmish. You can see something move inside of the forest.
Oh, I can see movement. What is it?
You can't really make out, what it is, but it seems to
Oh.
be something of humanoid form.
I will attempt to take a closer look. Oh, nice. That's a good roll for taking closer looks with. 22.
Pretty good look. It's pretty far away, so you can still not really see what it is. but you can definitely see it's something that looks like a man. You know,
A man.
like, that like hanging from the forest like this and like looking out at you guys. You can't see a face. It like you can't really make out a face on it. It's like weird. Doesn't really seem human or.
What's that? I'll point it out.
Like glance at the trees. I'm pretty
You
sure I
can
can.
indeed. Oh, yeah.
We glimpse
Uh,
It's now it's now pretty open. Like
I rolled a
it's
4
like-
on perception. I don't even see trees.
okay, you don't see.
16.
Okay, and Dismas?
8.
8.
Wait.
Oh, wait.
17.
Everyone but Josh sees it. Josh is like, what?
The sun's in my eyes.
Yeah.
I lower the brow of my hat a little, which means I can't see
Yeah.
even more.
Are you still like covering your face with like scarves?
Yes, I'm still entirely like
Yeah.
it's still like literally
Um,
just this.
You can see this shape, leaning from a tree like this, just observing you.
What is it?
What is it? Is it just a guy? I don't recognize this.
You'll need to get closer to actually see it. It's still a little bit foggy, so
A wave.
Jingle, 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 jingle,
you can
jingle.
see it. It's lifting one of its free arm like this.
So you can't see
Waving
that's on the
back.
camera.
No, it's just it just lifts its arm like this.
Is it holding anything?
Yes, it's
Oh.
holding something.
Stay the course. Carry on.
You can't see what it is.
I'm just like,
The
what
guy's
are you guys
house.
looking at?
I don't know.
I'm just gonna shrug and keep walking.
Stay the course.
It lowers it and just
Cool.
keeps observing.
Got work to do.
It's Bigfoot.
Bigfoot confirmed. Half-Life 3 confirmed.
Illuminati.
Yeah.
Confirmed.
Alright, you keep going.
Did you just do
Carry
that for the Illuminati? Because that is sure like a rectangle.
That sure is the like. All right, the photograph thing. You know?
Illuminati.
I started moving before I started thinking. So
Big fish, little fish, Illuminati.
All right, you start getting closer to your destination, Dismas. You can start recognizing the. There are some
Area.
lonely. There are some lonely trees that are still standing. And up ahead, you can see a hill, and on the hill is quite a large building.
Is it burnt to the ground?
That is the place we are headed to.
It's not burnt to the ground. It seems to
Alright.
be quite.
can we burn it to the ground?
No.
The forest is like enveloping it a little bit. You know, it's like around it. It's like,
Like around the hill.
yeah, it's like, it's not like the forest ends and then comes the mansion. It's like the forest continues a little bit, and then the mansion's there.
Is it like? I assume it's
Less
big and
thick.
fancy.
It's quite big. It's quite fancy. It's got a courtyard. You can see in the distance it has like sort of like a walkway with a small small gate. You know, like like you have one in one of those fancy car drive-ins. You know.
Okay.
See.
There's a fountain in the middle. There's some statues.
Very fancy.
Oh.
I know.
Imagine a man.
It's very
that.
it's very worn down though. Like there's still some plants that are still pretty well kept, but some other things are like a bit, rotten and stuff like that.
I'm not
Not
impressed.
well kept.
It's like
Unkempt.
Yeah, it's a really nice. You can see it's a really nice place, but with the current weather and that it's sort of a little bit unkept. You can see it's a bit dirty all over the place. You can see there's it's the typical like scary mansion.
What is the weather?
It's
like grey and
it's
misty.
foggy, so it's a bit moist,
Nice.
gray.
I sheath my dagger as we continue moving towards it.
And in a small meadow, I see Ken.
No.
No.
In my mind.
I will stroll brazenly towards the gate.
I like join you. I'm just like, maybe you should let me do the talking.
Maybe we should not.
Agreed.
You walk up to the gate, and
We shall see.
alright, do you open?
Just talking noble to noble.
I will.
Is there
Is there any kind of bell?
like bell? Yeah, I was gonna say like a bell.
Yes,
with
there is a bell.
police.
I will pull the bell. It's only
You
polite.
ring the bell.
Ding 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 ding.
What was this guy's name again?
Gilligan Talene.
Gilligan to the.
Bob. For sure.
It's very quiet. It's very, like the wind isn't very harsh today, so that ringing, like, is quite like a sharp.
Echoes around.
Yeah, it echoes around the area.
God.
It doesn't really seem like someone's home, but you don't really know what this is for sort of person. So
Hello. Really loud. Actually, do.
there's no movement or any sort of response.
Well, mission over. Let's go home.
No, I gotta.
Wow, this was a waste of time.
Give me a second. So is the gate locked? Like, is it a?
You
I'm,
haven't checked.
I'm imagining like an iron gate.
Does
You
it have a
can't
big
see any
lock on
obvious.
the front?
You cannot see any obvious
Is it-
huge lock or something.
Is it like a barred gate though, or is it?
Yeah.
It's like.
Is there a
It's
bar?
nothing
on
tough.
the
It's
side?
mostly just for show.
Is there like a bar on the other side?
The first thing I'm gonna try, just in case, is I push the gate.
It opens.
There we
it
go.
opens.
There we
Good.
go.
It's like,
Did it. Puzzle solved.
Like,
XP.
Well done.
Gimme.
Did it?
I push it open and look back at my podium. It's like, and I walk into
Yeah.
like the
You
courtyard.
can see the ground is now, stone. It's very fancy.
Like
Is it
I
like
just don't know, like pebbles.
overgrown?
Like,
Yeah, like pebbles, and
Okay.
between it you can see moss, grass, and wildflowers.
Been a
grow.
while then. No one's been here in a little
yeah, I
while.
was like, the house looks deserted, or at least unkept.
There's a
Hmm.
fountain in the middle with no water.
Before we went out, like, I sort of stop and think, and I turn to my companions, like, before we announce ourselves at the main door, I feel like we should take a look around the outskirts of the house.
Sure.
Yeah.
That
I
doesn't
then
seem
start like walking
Reasonable
around.
idea. It's gonna be walking around some dude's house.
No, like just around, like to get a lay of the outside. The outside.
Have a
Okay.
look around, see if there's any.
Yeah, I'll take a stroll around, just like a full cycle around the house.
So,
Oh.
perception check.
Casually strolling, half meditative state, not really seeing anything.
I rolled a 22.
Anyone else?
I'm gonna go and peek through the front windows.
10. I'm meditating.
Ooh, nice. I got 24 peeking through the front windows.
Okay. And
I got a 17.
Are you looking
just
through the
looking
windows?
around.
I'm just,
Yeah.
I'm doing my perception. My 22 was just like doing a full circuit of the house.
you go around the building. Skamesh takes a peek inside. Dismas, anything special?
I'm just looking around as well. I got a 17.
Okay. Well, we can take the outside first. Outside, the courtyard that you're in, it's very large, it's very wide, with a lot of plants and whatever. And there are statues. There is statues of humans. There's statues of different creatures and stuff like that. There's two statues by the main door. One is cut off completely, like this, just stone.
How far up?
And the other one is whole. You can see it's resembling some sort of a winged creature. It's not a dragon.
Is it a gargoyle?
What?
Is it a gargoyle?
Yes.
I thought you said, is it a goat for a second?
Winged
Yes.
goat.
It's a winged goat. A goat.
Black, you grew wings!
Going to the back, there isn't much there. It mostly just seems to be like a bench and like a scenic place to look over the forest and just it seems like it was a very nice place at some point, but that was probably a long time ago.
The statue that's fallen down, does it look like it's fallen down naturally, or is it just like sheer cut?
It seems to have been forced down by something that hit it really hard.
I like sort of rub my hand on like the cut and see like rough, smooth.
On the what?
On the cut.
Where it's broken.
No, it wasn't. It's not like it's just smooth like this. Like someone took a saw and just went like this. It's more like something blunt hit it, and like small pieces of rubble flew everywhere, and you can see like.
Those sound like feelings like.
Yeah. Also behind where you were, behind by the like the scenic place, you could also see there's a hole in the house.
A hole in the house.
At what
Yes.
level? How big is it and at what level?
It's top level. It's two story.
And how big is it?
It's quite a big. Like it's basically like the roof is quite high up, so you would exact meters.
The hole, not the building.
Oh,
yeah,
the
I'm not
hole.
talking about the bit, like how big's the hole? Like, are we talking like is it a tiny?
No.
Is it like someone's thrown a stone through the window, or is it like a boulder's flown?
or is just the top floor gone?
It's sort of like a huge. Think like two of those gargoyle statues has been thrown out of it, like that sort of
How
size.
big are the gargoyles?
Yeah, like I don't have any references. Is it dragon sized?
How many
is it
people
human
big is it?
sized? Is it...
How many people big is it? 4 people? Are the statues like twice?
You could definitely walk through it, and it would probably be about 4 meters high and like 3 or 4 meters wide.
Big hole then.
So a
Yes,
dragon could
quite-
get through it, minus
A
its
pretty big
wingspan.
hole.
Maybe.
Big hole.
I'm looking at him, just like I assume like you're with me as well since we were walking around there. I'm just like seems too neat for dragons.
Yeah, is it like a circular hole, or is it broken? What's
It seems to be broken from the inside. Something had
Something come
Bursted
out of
He's
it.
a were dragon, calling it.
He became a griffin.
I'm just like that seems far too neat for dragons.
maybe he's a gold dragon?
Very odd. There.
Also-
I just
So-
knock on the door.
But I'm still covering all the perception. Like, still, Skamish is also peeking inside one of the windows. But before that, you can also see some hay on the roof. It seems to be like and branches and all sorts of stuff like that. It seems to be like piled in a big,
like a
you know,
nest.
Nest.
yeah.
Someone's created a nest on the roof.
Like starting the I'm just like
You can also see something sitting up there, like some sort of something moving, but you can't really see it because it's a fog.
Kill
Um,
the tree.
Then going to Skamesh, you try and look inside one of these windows. It's sort of like a barred window, so it's pretty difficult to see, and the window is horrifically covered in like fungus and stuff like that. You know,
And
it's very dirty.
not being
You
cleaned.
can't. Yeah, you can, however, see some tables. You can see some, like stuff on the walls, like
pretty
vials.
generic mansion.
Yeah, pretty like vial. It's not very tidied up. In the other side, though, you can see someone walking around.
Oh,
Oh, lovely.
And since Oikik knocked on the door, in fact, there's one of those like little things you like
Oh,
knock
okay.
with.
Knocker.
I'm using
Yeah.
fist.
Knockers.
Hey,
Is there?
The knock
Oh,
is-
is there like a? That's what I was going to. Was there like a seventh entrance or anything at the back?
no,
Right.
there's only one
So
entrance.
there's one door.
Yes.
Okay. I'm sort of coming back around the house as I kick Nox. I'm like just coming around the corner.
You wait for a while, and you can hear the lock, like going. You can hear multiple.
The
It's very
classic
slow. It's very slow. It's
excessive box.
Then you hear a huge beam being moved.
Rolling
Then you hear
stone.
like
That was all keeping the stone in place.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
they do it all again.
You done?
Yeah, sure.
You see the handle being pulled down and opened.
And then you hear, oh, forgot one.
In front of you
go on.
stands a person,
Hello.
and the person is wrapped in some sort of cloth, like many wraps like this.
Around
Ah,
his
it's a
head.
mummy.
Like a mummy, yeah. Oh.
He's
Just
standing
his
like,
head, or
he's standing like this.
is it just his head? Or his whole body? Hello?
He's just standing like this.
It,
Yeah, but the bandages, is it like, is he entirely thing? Is he a mummy? Is it just around his head?
It's basically a mummy.
Right.
You can see like you can see the mouth, and it's basically just a zombie mouth. It's like
I turn to the cleric and I'm just like, I may not be a man of strong religion, but I'm just gonna say, I think
Smite?
he might need. I think he's fallen afoul of something.
he just lets up.
Jesus.
He just says, and then he walks away. He like goes inside of the
punch it.
building.
Just
beat
not.
the shit out of it.
He goes to the
Guy
left.
has a mummy
Wait.
servant.
Wait. Don't anger the mummy. Because if you touch it, you'll get mummy AIDS.
Right. He goes into the left.
Also known as...
He kept the door open.
I step into as well. I'm just like, all right. Before you go in, I inform you too. So, there's a hole in the roof. There's
Yeah.
also a giant nest up there with something in it.
No, great.
No, it doesn't look like a dragon. It's too small, or at least that's my guess. It's far too neat. It's not like.
Could it be a small dragon?
It looks too neat, like compared to the amount of the buildings that we saw broken in this city.
It's not totally wrecked, it's just a little wrecked.
It's just a
Should we
hole.
go check that out?
Do you walk inside?
So the man likes to collect animals. I walk in.
It seems like unwise. Mummies are scary.
That one seemed subdued.
That one just seems mindless.
Yeah.
That's what mummies are.
I've just fucking walked into the foyer.
Okay, you walked in. You're the first one in. You can
You-
see it's
you
very
got-
dusty. You like cough a little bit because you can see the dust like fall around. Like tiny lights are coming in from the windows barely.
Lovely.
There's like old, very very pristine like chairs and candles, but they haven't been used in ages. Candles has been burned out. There's just like what's it called? Like
I follow the zombie thing.
it's just the
Zombie thing.
what's it called? Like candle wax?
Candles.
Something?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's just
There's
ripping
just
off.
that all over the place because it's been
Nice.
used too much, hasn't been replaced. To the left, you can see the mummy is in some sort of kitchen.
What exits?
Fuck it.
What exits are from this room? I walk in behind them.
There is a hallway forward.
Mhm.
Like it's just like the typical hallway. You greet people and stuff like that. It has a rug. It has lost most of its color. It was once red, but you can still see a little bit red. To the right, you can just see some sort of what's it called? Like a dinner room,
Dining.
a lounge,
Dining.
so to speak. Like
Dining hall.
like there's like small round tables with some chairs by the side and stuff like that. In the back of the house, it's more open. There is like it's more like joining every room in the back, so it's like it's a bigger like
Open
meeting
plan.
and like.
Okay. Is there stairs? Or is
Yes, it's in the hallway.
Okay.
It's like directly just up.
I'm gonna go up the stairs.
We
Go
should.
meet the mummy.
I'm gonna have a quick check on the mummy, make sure it's just loitering.
Okay.
What's it doing?
It's in the kitchen, and it on like
Making tea.
on like you can see there's like teapots and like
Kettles.
dinnerware and stuff like that, and you can see the mummy go over to like a plate, and it picks up the plate and like holds it like just like this or something like that, just very weirdly, and then he gets over to a table in the other room and just places it there, and then just go back to the kitchen.
He's laying the table. All right, I'll allow him to lay the table. And yeah,
He's like getting dinnerware and stuff like that, and
God,
Fuck it, I help it.
sure. You do that. I'm gonna go upstairs.
definitely.
Was there anything else on the bottom floor? Sorry,
There's the dining room and there's a big like
see.
lounge area at the back.
What's up the stairs?
As the mummy like passes you guys, it turns to you and and then goes.
Yes.
I've ignored all of this. I've already gone straight up the stairs.
Yeah, up the stairs seems like a decent place to try, I guess.
Yeah. There's a thing
Unless
up there.
anyone wants to try and communicate. with the
Also,
zombie.
under the stairs, there's also like a stair down.
Oh.
It's like a basement.
I was
Basement.
expecting a huge pile of bodies that you didn't notice.
It's like
Damn, perception's too low.
no. Yeah, you can see another stair down. So there's a stair up and there's a stair down.
It's like I'm going up the stairs. I sort of glance over, like I sort of lean over the railing, and just like, and then turn back and just like, I vote we check the basement last.
Agreed.
Basement last. That seems like an awful idea.
Well, there's only up and down. So we're going up first. There's a thing up here. It's interesting.
Everyone's going up, or
I'm helping lay the table.
Yeah, I already went up, like while they were laying the table and shit.
Yeah.
So I'm already upstairs.
okay, you went up, and it's quite a lot of hallways. But it's quite big. Like it's quite roomy. It's quite it's filled with the same stuff, like just tables and places to be, and you know.
This house is full of places to be.
Bedrooms and
Yeah, pretty much.
Anything like a study or anything?
However, there is
Yeah, I was
there
going to
is
say.
indeed
look for
a
study.
room that seems to be some sort of office.
Let's go in and ruffle
Yeah,
through his
I-
papers.
Yeah, I go straight into the office. Like
whoa, gentle.
I also like
Also,
the way I
by
push,
Ruffle through his papers.
the way I push the door open is like I flick my knife out and then like hold it by the hilt and like push the door open with the handle of the thing. I don't want
You
to touch
can-
the door.
The knife.
I was more going to continue on the description of the place upstairs. It has like armors and like as a display. It has like weapons as a display, and it has like different like texts and books and some shelves with like books and different glasses and
Was this all in the hallway, or
yeah.
are these like special books, or are they just generic books?
They're the books on different things,
Okay.
just some are magic, some are on the history of Atrana, just all kinds of book really.
Mm.
Books,
Have a
really.
look for anything that might have anything to do with dragons.
Yeah, I'm gonna find anything entitled Book of Dragons.
That was
You do not
easy.
You do not find a book of dragons, no.
Do you find anything that might have?
Oh, yeah.
Any-
I'll like look through those while
Any
Josh
sort
is
of-
peeking
Yeah,
into the
I-
office.
While I push my way into the study.
Any
Okay.
books on,
You
like,
go
magic?
inside
Inside.
the office.
Well, I'd push
It
the
goes with-
well, the way I do it is like I said, I have my knife out, but like I'm holding the blade to the plane, and I push the like basically I stand for the door and like just push it open with the handle and stand like and let the door swing open before I go in.
Okay. You can see that the side of this office is where the hole is.
I turn back
The
and
big-
it's like,
the-
found the hole.
The big hole.
Oh, good.
By the table, the office table, there's like an oil lamp. There is some parchments. There's some notes and stuff like that. There's like a ink and feather. There is also a hand right next to the ink and feather.
A hand.
Just a hand.
A hand.
Just a
A hand.
disembodied
Human
hand.
hand.
It was probably once human.
Is it skeletal at this point, or gooey
It
and fleshy?
seems to be rotten.
Is it,
Nice.
is
Let me,
is it thing from the Addams Family?
Adam's
I don't know what that
family.
is.
It's a hand that walks around.
Right.
At the
Let
time.
me just. Oh, I got a 1 on my investigation roll to forensic. How long that's been there? So
It's been there forever.
It's dancing.
Done time.
I walk over to the desk and I flip my knife around to the blade and I slide the blade underneath the hand and
Yeah.
I basically push it off the desk.
You push it
Nice.
off the desk. You can hear a little fumbling as it goes down, and
Yeah.
then you can hear something like scraping.
I'm gonna look.
Can I do perception?
You could just look down if you want.
Sure.
It's crawling back up to the table.
ah,
I step back. I'm like,
It, like it, and then it
I'm
goes
gonna,
back where it was.
Poke it
Adam's
off with-
family.
My mate.
aren't you guys looking through the books while I'm doing this?
Well, you said you found the hole.
around
I'm gonna go in.
Around you are a couple of chests and boxes, and
chests.
there was like a box that is filled with books and paper, and there is you can see another box filled with ink, and
Give me files.
like ink
Yeah.
files, stuff like that.
Just a
Box of
box of
ink.
ink.
no, they're like ink files that you draw with.
And you see a Splatoon character running away from you.
Several chests. You can see some like seashells and like the usual like heirlooms and stuff like that.
Guff. Loads of guff.
I want to
Take all the guff.
I want to examine the papers that were on the table, and then I will do a search of the room with investigate. I assume did the hand just literally crawl back onto the table then stay there?
Adam's
see if it
family.
does it again.
Like this
Do it
hand.
again. Do it again.
Right, while he's having a look, after he said there's the hole, I'll have gone in, seen this. While he's having a look around, I'm gonna find a fresh piece of paper. Is there any like clean paper?
Yes, there is that box full with paper.
I'm just gonna grab a piece of paper. I'm gonna get the quill, dip it in some ink, and like hold it in front of the pen. The hand, does it do anything with the quill when I hold it in front of the hand? I have a theory about this. It could be entirely wrong.
It starts wanking.
Does it do anything when I hold
No.
the quill in front of it? No. It's disappointing.
Are the papers on the desk anything?
What?
I was examining the papers on the desk.
Yeah, do you pick them up or do you just look at them?
Wait, look at them to see what they are.
They seem to be notes just written in common.
Notes of what?
Looking a little bit closer, you can see the hand moving over to cover it.
I do the I put my knife and just push it off the table again, then read the notes.
I'm gonna stand on it.
You stand on it and
Now
it's
has
just
to come
like
up with notes.
This is the, I started to hold it in place and it's like, I mean, I've seen worse security features.
I'm gonna
Um,
squish it. Thoroughly
Let's
squish it.
squish it.
It's
Meanwhile,
Thomas,
downstairs.
It might be
Dun,
the
dun,
mummy's
dun.
hand. Did the mummy? Was the mummy missing a hand?
We don't know. I didn't check.
He
We're
might be
placed-
coming up and be like, "What you doing with my hand?" Then touch you, and mummy eats.